Hello, you two people. So this time I'm doing a tag, the 80s tag, and thanks Tofu Tomi for this tag. I couldn't have missed this in the whole world because I'm such an 80s child. Like I was born in 1976 and practically my childhood was during the 80s, so I have to do this tag. So, question number one, what's your favorite 80s movie? My favorite 80s movie is the most hilarious movie. I still watch it and die laughing. It's Top Secret, 1984.
Eine Blitz ist an der Flachbetuche. The pen is on the table.
Favorite 80s cartoon. So, of course, all the Looney Tunes are my favorites, although it dates way before the 80s, but they were still playing during the 80s, of course. So I loved the Coyote, the Wile E. Coyote, and Yosemite Sam from the characters of these cartoons. But as a girly girl, I also had another favorite cartoon, which was Candy Candy. I don't know if you had it in your country, but actually, Candy Candy was one of the first mangas and one of the first Japanese anime movies, cartoons. And it was such a girly thing to watch. I loved it, and it was awesome. Favorite 80s TV show? I also have two. First of all, I'm ashamed to say that, but it was Dynasty. Dynasty, I watched it like crazy every Friday night that it was playing in Greece when I was allowed to sleep a little later than 9 o'clock. And The Dukes. I loved The Dukes. It was an awesome TV show. My favorite thing about the 80s is kind of peculiar because I was in Greece. So in Greece, the 80s was an era of huge social revolution, which led to bad and good things, but affected most aspects of life. So in our school life, it was fantastic because we didn't have to wear uniforms anymore. There were no more girls' schools and boys' schools. And we passed from a more ancient type of Greek language to a more modern type of Greek language, which was fantastic. During the whole 80s decade, I was in Athens, Greece, and more specifically, I was in a suburb of Athens called Glyfada, which is in the south coast by the sea. My favorite 80s cereal was Cocoa Pops, which I couldn't get in Greece, so I had them whenever I went to the USA. So yeah, because in Greece we only had like cornflakes by Kellogg's, and we didn't have many other types of cereals. So whenever I went back to the USA, I had Cocoa Pops, and I was so thrilled about it. My favorite 80s fashion trend, I hated fashion during the 80s. I hated those big shoulder pads, those stripes on the jeans, those headbands, the hair. It was horrible, and I even knew it then. I guess I did like some stuff, like for instance, the jeans jacket. That was very trendy in the 80s. That started mostly in the 80s, and that was pretty cool. My favorite 80s artist, wow, that's a hard one because the arts were blossoming during the 80s. All the arts, music, cinema, whatever, you name it. And yeah, what to choose from. I really enjoyed music during the 80s, and I was a huge fan of Whitney Houston. Not that I didn't like many other artists, but let's say that, yeah, Whitney Houston was probably my favorite. And my favorite song, geez, there were like so many songs, but let's stay with Whitney Houston, and I would say that it would be Didn't We Almost Have It All? Although I did enjoy all kinds of music, including heavy metal and jazz and you name it. I love music in general, all good music, no matter what kind. So, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'm really looking forward to seeing the other 80s tags from other 80s children. Okay, till the next time. Bye.